This is hands down the best Deadpool movie and best film of the year. This met every expectation I wanted and more. As a huge Deadpool fan of not only the comics, but everything related to him, this movie was fantastic. But I can't really go into what I really loved about this film without talking about huge spoilers, so you have been warned. Like always with Deadpool intros, they are perfect, and him dancing to NSYNC's Bye 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 was not only hilarious, but awesome. He even kills people to the beat, all while using the bones of dead Logan from his movie while murdering a bunch of people. It was super funny. This movie is not just good because of cameos and nostalgia. Does it have a lot of it? Yes, but it is used amazingly. The story is Deadpool is pretty much tasked with saving his own universe from being pruned from the sacred timeline. He thinks he can bring another Wolverine to his universe because his Logan died, and that is what was holding his universe together. I loved seeing him jump from universe to universe to try to find a Wolverine to pick. We get to see Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, Patch, we get to see a comic book accurate short version of Hugh Jackman, which was hilarious to see. We also get a cameo of Henry Cavill as Wolverine, and he really looked awesome. We also get a couple more until we finally land on our main Wolverine that we get for this film. This Wolverine, though, is apparently the worst Wolverine that he could have picked because he let his whole universe down, getting all of his X-Men killed. After Deadpool pisses off Mr. Paradox and the TVA, him and Wolverine get pruned, and this is where the fun begins. We get our first fight with Deadpool facing off against Wolverine in one of the coolest fights. Seeing Wolverine fight like he actually should is so cool to see. We get Chris Evans in this movie as Johnny Storm, and it was so awesome to see, and my audience went wild when he showed up. We also get a few old X-Men cameos. Some actors returned, some actors didn't. But most importantly, we got the return of Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Gardner as Elektra, and Daphne Keane as an older X-23. And on top of that, we get Channing Tatum as Gambit, which was awesome. He is in a comic book accurate costume. He's doing a great voice. I really just hope they keep him for the MCU when they finally do bring us the X-Men. They have this huge fight scene later on when they face against Cassandra Nova and her whole group of people, and this fight scene was super awesome to see. Every character that I mentioned that gets cameoed has their own time to shine, and it is just awesome to see them be a complete badass. I'm also really happy that they didn't kill them off, which I was kind of scared that they were going to, but everyone survives, which is A+ in my book. We also get to see the Deadpool core and all of his variants, which was super fun to see, and I love me some Dogpool. The whole action scene of Deadpool and Wolverine fighting all of his variants was balls to the wall crazy hilarious. Also, when Wolverine finally put his mask on, I was like a kid in a candy shop. Finally getting to see that after years and years of wanting it was so awesome. He looked so good in it. There's also a super funny scene with Deadpool and Wolverine where they're having an argument in the car and they just start beating each other asses inside the car only, and it is super funny. It's been such a long time since I've been to the movies, smiling all the way through, having such a good time, probably since like either Endgame or No Way Home. This movie delivers with the humor, and it is so funny, and in my personal opinion, none of the jokes get old, and it is funny throughout the whole film. My theater was literally cracking up laughing. That's how funny it was. The action is bloody, it's gory, it's top notch. It is done so well in this film. I also really like the story in this. It's not basic, and it has layers just like every other Deadpool film. The overarching story was good, but so was Deadpool's and Wolverine's side stories. How Deadpool feels like he isn't enough after getting rejected by the Avengers and settling for being a car salesman, and Vanessa breaking up with him, so he wants to prove to himself that he can actually be the hero that he is. And also Wolverine, who is down on his luck and the reason for all of his friends dying. He gets to show that people still need him and that he might have let his universe down, but he gotta save another one, proving Charles right that he is what he always thought he was, a hero. I just love this movie so much. It's easily in my top favorite comic book movies of all time. This is why Deadpool and Wolverine gets a 9.5 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.